Hi everybody, this is Euro USD. I just want to do a quick video of a trade I took today. So the time of recording this video, it is already Thursday because it's 12:40 midnight, almost is next day. So we'll delineate. This is 21st according to the chart. New York. My time is actually set to the New York time zone, UTC -5. Now, coming to the chart, you can see that I have to realize this one really needs the start of Tuesday, and then this one the start of Wednesday. Right. So now quickly you would see that I have this here. This level here was. This level here was Tuesday, running Monday's high, right? As opposed to GBP USD, which didn't happen. So, right? So GBP USD, we had Wednesday running Tuesday's high, and then USD failing to do so. So that's SMT trading right there, right? So the USD is actually showing signs of weakness. That's why I actually decided to go with Euro USD, right? So this is the high of the day. It is failing to go above the previous day's high as um, the GBP USD is doing, right? So during London, we had an extended low, right? We had an extended low, and then my main target was to actually take this during the New York trading session. The reason is because um, the higher time frame had actually proven that it wants to trade lower after this is Tuesday, this is Monday, bullish day. We had Tuesday taking the previous day's high and then dropped and then came back in, and then this is Wednesday. This is actually the day I took the trade, running the high and then setting out. So the main target for me was the previous day's low, which was actually going to be Tuesday's low. Right. So on the H1, what I was actually expecting was to see how the daily candle was going to unfold, right? So London gave us an extended low. So I was expecting a pullback into the space here during the New York session so that I could look for my setup within um, that area. Right? This is fair value gap, ICT fair value gap, right? The same way I was also monitoring the GBP USD, right? After running this, it didn't really give us any, it didn't really leave any FVGs to target during the New York's trading session, right? So I actually treated this whole down candle as one, and then expected the price to trade back in before, right? But because the price action on the cable wasn't so clean, I rather decided to go with the Euro USD, right? So on the 15 minutes, so on the H1, this was my expectation. This level here, switch that. This was my expectation for New York trade opportunities, right? So I expected price to perhaps trade back in. I expected price to trade back in here and then continue all the way to target, which was the low of the previous day, right? But unfortunately, that didn't happen because 15 minutes structure was kind of busy, right? It was kind of busy when I was assessing this one on the 15 minutes because there was a drop. You see, all of the up close candles were being traded to drop. It was traded to here, drop. It was traded to here. So it was quite busy on the 15-minute time frame. Right. So what I decided to do was I was going to wait until New York opens, and then when I see an opposing candle being closed below, which is if I start seeing up close candles being bullied by down close candles, then I'll look for an opportunity. Right. Since it was busy here, all of the up close candles were being traded to. I decided to hold on till New York open, and then when I start seeing down close candles bullying the up close candles, then I'll go in for my entry. Right. So this is where it all started. Right. When I saw this bearish candle close below this one, that was it for me. Right. So when New York opened, I treated this candle as a trade back to this one, and then as soon as this one opened, I went short with this being my the high of this candle being my stop loss, right? So my target was the previous day's low, and that was actually giving me a 3.94 risk to reward ratio, which was very good for me. And then I think there was a news. I didn't really check the candle, the I didn't really check the first factory calendar to see if there was, but this sharp move here tells me it was probably a news, right? So 15 up to about 1 hour, the trade like gave us a huge candle down, a little bit of a breather, and then subsequently hit the target. As soon as the target was hit, that was it for me. There was nothing more in the market for me to expect, so I closed out. And then I stopped there. So, guys, that's a little about it. Now, whilst all of this was happening, I was still expecting the cable to also repeat it the same. So, as you can see, I have the previous day's low here marked out, but that didn't happen. Right? It looks to me like the cable is very heavy, so I didn't actually catch it. And let me just take the time to explain. This was where during New York I was expecting my trade to start forming if I was going to trade the cable, but I saw that it was actually not respecting the fair value gaps on the 15 minutes. The same way it was busy, the down close candles were being traded too. So this gap here before the 8 a.m. New York time, this gap here was my target, but it was bullied, and then this one looked like it was a trade to it and then a continuation. But rather, this is where everything started. But this wasn't my focus, so I didn't really bother myself to look at this. When I saw that it was actually bullying the fair value gaps and was not respecting them here, I just saw that cable wasn't really ready for trade, right? So as you can see, close of day, it still couldn't trade back to the low that I was looking for, whilst Euro USD did the same thing. So I actually left everything, and I am going to see what's going to happen or what's going to unfold coming Thursday, right? So if I switch to the daily and go back to, um, I think I'll go back to DXY, right? I think that these three down candles are going to be it for me. If the dollar really wants to trade back into the range, it's been one-sided for some time now. Ultimately, this is one of the targets I'm looking for. Right. Let me switch to the weekly, see if it's going to make more sense. This all-time, this high here, and this high here. This one failed to trade at two. It's 10711 and then 10733. Right, that's my target. But I feel that maybe there's going to be a trade back into this range before continuation. I just don't know yet. So I'll wait to see what happens on Thursday or Friday. But if I begin to see close below this candle low, then it is possible that we are going to see a trade back into the range. Let me not Let me also remind you that the dollar is still very bullish. So if price is going to come back into the range, perhaps this is an area to look out for, right? Also, there's a low hanging out here, which could also be used as a liquidity level, maintain a liquidity level. All right. But on the other side, if I see a close below this area, I would actually look for a continuation to the upside. So if I see a close above this, I'll change this one to black. If I see a close above this level, I would actually look for a continuation higher and then a continuation lower for cable and fiber. Right, so guys, that'll be it for me for now. Let me see if this was just a quick short video explaining my thought process for the trade I took on Wednesday. As it stands now, I would stand down to see what unfolds before I take any action on any of the pairs. Right, thank you so much for having me. This is the first of many to come, and I hope I'll be able to give you the best of explanations that will make sense to you. Right, if this video makes sense to you, kindly like and share with your friends. And I'm out. I'll see you when I see you.